Tips at 6. Tonight we'll be discussing what resources the library has to help you apply for jobs and for unemployment benefits. Tip number 1 is that we have a fully functional computer lab. We have desktop computers available for you to use here. We also have copiers, scanners, and a fax machine that you can use as well. For people who have a library card with us that is in good standing, in other words, that you don't have any fines on it, you can also check out a Chromebook for in-library use. To use our fax machine, it is $1 per page per fax. For copies and scans, it is also 15 cents per page for black and white and 25 cents per page for color. We accept cash, card, and check. You can pay here at this kiosk without any kind of human interaction, but if you do need help, we are always here to help you. Our computer lab is a great way to fill out unemployment applications and other government benefits. Staff can't fill out forms for you, but we can help you use computers to fill out the forms and help you use that technology. We can also help you look up frequently asked questions and customer service numbers for more in-depth questions.
Tip number 2 is that the library has meeting and study rooms that you can reserve in order to fill out job applications or to go to job interviews. In order to reserve study rooms, you can either call us or email us at help@laportelibrary.org, or you can reserve your room online yourself. In order to reserve a room online, we will go to the library website, laportelibrary.org, and we will go to @the library and click this Reserve Your Visit button. This will bring you to a page that tells you all our services that you can reserve, and we'll just scroll down to the bottom and click Reserve Your Visit. This will show you what rooms we have available, and on the left you can change your date that you want, and you can go a few months in advance, and you can also choose which locations you want on the bottom. When you're reserving a room, it will show you which rooms are available and what times they're available by showing green squares for available rooms and times and black squares for unavailable rooms and times. Let's say I want to book study room A from 3 o'clock to 4. I would just click the squares I want, and I would scroll down to the bottom and click this blue Choose button in the bottom corner. But before I do that, I want to point out that for each room that you click, it will show you a picture of the room and tell you what the room capacity is. Once I know I want this room, I'll click Choose, and then I'll fill out the information on the web page. And once I'm done doing that, I will click Next, and that will reserve a room for you. Tip number 3 is that the library has a web page dedicated to college and employment resources. In order to access this page, we're going to go to laportelibrary.org, and we're going to go to Library Online here near the top, and we're going to click Research and Online Learning. When we get to the results, we will click this third square on the right and click Explore Tools. This will bring us to our college and employment webpage. This webpage has a bunch of great resources for applying for jobs, changing careers, and looking into a further education. We will be discussing some of these today, and many of the resources we'll be discussing next can be found on this page, but we won't be covering all of them, so be sure to check them out for yourself. Tip number 4 is that the Indiana Career Connect website is a great place to look for jobs. We can access it by going to the College and Employment webpage on our website, and then we'll scroll down a little bit, and on the left we can see here the Indiana Career Connect access link. This is a great site because it gives thousands of jobs from across the entire state of Indiana. In order to search for a job, once you go to the website, you'll scroll down a little bit, and in the middle of my screen here, you'll see a black search bar. We can enter the title of any kind of job we want. I'm going to search for an associate job. And then we will enter our zip code. So I want the LaPorte zip code, so I will do 46350. And I want a 5-mile radius from that zip code. Once I'm all done entering my search terms, I will click Search, and it will bring up all the jobs that it has available. As we can see, there's a bunch. If you want to narrow down your search even more, you have the option for an advanced search once you do a basic search. Right up here in the middle of my screen, you will see on the right-hand side a blue link that says search criteria. In the sentence, change your search criteria. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and it will let me narrow down my search a little bit more. So I can narrow it down by the minimum acceptable salary or the education level that is required. I can narrow it down even further if I click advanced search up here. Tip number 5 is that you have free access to the Cypress Resume Builder through the College and Employment Readiness webpage. If we go to this webpage and we scroll down a little bit, we'll see the access link to Cypress Resume here on the left. We're going to go ahead and click that, and this will let us access Cypress Resume. Now, what this resource does is it helps you build a professional-looking simple resume. In order to use this website, you won't need to log in. You do have that option, though, if you want to save your resume for later use and to visit it later on. If you don't log in, you can still use this resource, but you won't be able to access your documents that you create now in the future. You can build a resume with this. You can also do cover letters and reference sheets. Let's say I want to create a resume. I'm going to go here where it says create your resume, and I'm going to click go. It's going to give me a couple options as to how I want this to look. You can zoom in by hovering over it. And I'm going to say I want it to look like the editor's choice document. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Then you just enter all of your information that you would on a normal resume in these boxes here and click next section. And click next section until you are finished. Once you're finished, it will give you a document that you can download. And it gives you several different ways you can download it, including PDF. Tip number 6 is that you can do test preparation through the library. We have a database called the Learning Express Library that lets you do test preparation and practice exams. In order to get to this database, we go to laportelibrary.org, and near the top, we will go to Library Online and Research and Online Learning. We will go to this first result, Inspire, and click Access Inspire. What Inspire is, it's an umbrella term for a bunch of databases provided by the Indiana State Library. So on this page, we see a bunch of different resources that we can use, and we're going to want the one on the right, the Test and Resume Preparation Center. Let's say I want to do a test or prepare for a test on the ACT or cosmetology. This site has it. Let's say I want to prepare for a cosmetology exam. I will go to Career Preparation, and I will scroll down until I see the exam I want. I'm going to click Prepare for Cosmetology Exam, and we see that there are practice exams available. We're going to go ahead and click that, and it's going to show us what's available for us to use. Now, in order to use any of these resources, you will have to sign in or register as a new user. It's very easy and it's totally free. To register as a new user, you'll go on the right here and you will click Register. And you'll just fill out all the information here. One thing to note is that where it says your institution is, it should be Indiana State Library. It won't be LaPorte County Public Library because we get this resource through the state. Once you log in, you should have full access to all the things that Learning Express offers. That wraps up tonight's 6 Tips at 6. Thanks for joining us. You can join us next time, July 28th, for our 6 Tips at 6 discussing how to use your library account. Have a great night.